What if the very children you nurtured with love destroyed the marriage you believed would last forever? This is my story. A story of trust, betrayal, and a truth that came far too late. My name is Dr. Sophia. I am a medical doctor. My husband, Ken, is a brilliant software developer. For 2 decades, we lived as partners, not just in love, but in purpose. We were blessed with 2 daughters. Our home was not the richest, but it was rich in laughter, discipline, and dreams. But then, life tested us. A violent crisis erupted in the north. Businesses collapsed. My husband lost his high-paying job. Suddenly, stability became a luxury we could not afford. That year, I received a job offer in Canada. After sleepless nights of weighing our options, we decided I would go ahead, build a foundation, and once stable, Ken would join me with the children. It was a painful decision, but we believed it was temporary. We promised each other, our love, our family, our bond, nothing would break it. December 2018. 20 years of marriage. A milestone worth celebrating. I couldn't wait to return home, hold my husband, embrace my daughters, and remind myself that love was still intact. But from the moment I stepped inside, I felt it. A strange tension. A heaviness in the air. My daughters, once warm and affectionate, were cold toward their father. Their words, sharp. Their tone, disrespectful. At first, I brushed it aside. Teenagers, I told myself. Hormones. The usual struggle for independence. But it got worse. Their rudeness cut deeper each day. And something inside me whispered, this is more than just teenage rebellion. I tried talking to my girls. Again and again. But their answer was always the same. Mom, talk to Dad. So I did. Ken sighed, exhaustion on his face. They've been keeping bad company, he said. Parties, reckless friends. I put my foot down. I dropped them at school. I picked them up. No unnecessary outings. His firmness reassured me. Raising daughters in this world isn't easy. Strictness was needed. So I let it go. But just days before my flight back to Canada, everything changed. I sat my daughters down for a heart-to-heart. I wanted to leave them with encouragement, love, and wisdom before another long separation. After a long pause, they looked at me and dropped a bomb that ripped my heart apart. Mom, Dad doesn't stop us from going out because he's strict. He does it because he's been having sex with us. The words burned in my ears. My breath caught. My heart stopped. No, what? I whispered, trembling. That evening, when Ken came home, I confronted him. And right there, in his presence, the girls repeated the same accusation. Ken froze. His face twisted in horror. Sophia, you know me. I swear to you, this is a lie. I would never touch my daughters like that. But my girls, they held their ground. Calm. Steady. Unwavering. I was trapped between 2 worlds. A man I had loved for decades, and the daughters I carried in my womb. Who do you believe, when your heart is split in 2? Confused, broken, I sought help. I took the matter to our pastor. To my husband's parents. To anyone I thought could guide us. And every time, my daughters repeated the same story. Word for word. Ken wept. He fell to his knees, begging me. Sophia, believe me. They are lying. I am innocent. But in my mind, I asked, why would children lie about something so monstrous? I couldn't take the risk. Not as a mother. So I made a decision that shattered everything. I borrowed money. I paid for extra cost. I took my daughters back to Canada. And from there, I filed for divorce. For 3 years, I raised my daughters alone. I worked long hours. I carried both mother and father roles. I told myself I was protecting them. That one day, the pain would make sense. But deep inside, the nights were cold. I miss Ken. His laughter. His patience. His arms. Then one day, news reached me. Ken was remarrying. The thought pierced me like a knife. A man who had allegedly violated his own children, walking free, moving on. One night, overwhelmed, I broke down before my daughters. "I'm so sorry," I wept. "Sorry for what your father did to you. Sorry for not protecting you sooner." Tears streamed down my face. My body shook with grief. And then, it happened. My daughters froze. Their eyes darted nervously. And then, with trembling voices, they confessed. "Mom, Dad never touched us." The air was sucked out of the room. "We lied," they whispered. "He was too strict. He wouldn't let us go out, see friends, attend parties. We wanted freedom. And we knew, if we said this, you'd believe us. You'd take us away." I collapsed. My knees buckled. My soul shattered. The truth came too late. My daughters, my own blood, had lied. And I had destroyed my marriage with my own hands. Now, I live in torment. Where do I begin from? How do I face the man I betrayed? How do I beg forgiveness, from him, and even from myself? And what about my children? Will he ever forgive them? Can he ever forgive me? I lost a good man. Not to death. Not to infidelity. But to lies I chose to believe. So I ask you, listening to my story. If you were in my shoes, what would you do? Would you fight to win him back? Would you forgive your children? Or would you close this chapter forever, and live with the scar of a home destroyed by lies? Thank you for watching. Do share with your friends and loved ones. Please subscribe to our channel.